Hey right guys, Truthman just Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 2 of Death Note Season 1, which I really enjoyed the first episode too. I think the first episode, as I said in that one, is a very strong start into a show. It does bring you in pretty much straight away. You kind of get a feel of what the story is going to be about. You're introduced to your two main characters, with the first one turning a bit twisted at the end of the first episode. In a sense, like in his head he thinks he's doing good. And then as an audience you're kind of questioning, like, is what he's doing good? I don't know. I know he's just killing bad people, but we'll see. I'm sure he's going to develop more from there, and it's not going to just be that throughout the entire show, I'm sure. Well, fingers crossed that it won't be. It's just him writing actually is just writing criminals for 38 episodes or however long. And yeah, like I say, I'm going to try and do 2 a week of these on Patreon. There'll be about 1 a week on YouTube for now, as the time this one goes up. And then once Patreon's like quite a few episodes ahead, I'll start to do 2 a week on YouTube as well. But yeah, episode 2, guys. If you enjoy, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And like I said, if you do want those uncut and early reactions to Death Note, then a link to that Patreon page will of course be down below, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and my Letterboxd account. I'm also starting a podcast up with a couple of friends where we talk about film and TV series as well. So maybe Death Note will end up on the podcast. Who knows? But yeah, a link to that channel will be down below if that's something that interests you at all. Literally the first episode goes up tomorrow as of recording this, so yeah. But anyway guys, episode 2, let's go. Oh, the sound of that apple bite. Ooh.
Please recite this line for us.
Sure.
You're all gonna die.
Having finally made his dream a reality, he was overwhelmed, both by the magnitude of his achievement and by the joy and happiness that it brought him.
Was this gonna be like a...
That was very well done.
Was that a
Not surprised,
foreshadowing
of course.
thing?
Absolutely flawless. Very good.
Absolutely flawless. Who says that about someone who reads a line?
We'll leave it at that for today.
Hey, Light, are you listening to me?
Don't talk to me. Unlike you, people can still
It looks so
hear me when I talk
creepy.
out loud.
You were just gonna head down.
Sorry, I'm a little busy today.
Murdering
You don't
people.
have anything to do.
There was more violence across the city today. Another stabbing, this time at a restaurant in the heart of the Kabukicho district.
Look at him just chilling with his jeans all over the
Hey, Light.
jumpsuit.
I only have from when I get home from school until I go to bed. I still need to sleep so I can maintain
That's like
my average
6
and stay at the top of my
hours.
class. I need to make the most of my time.
I mean, fair play, like, but Jesus.
What's going on? Why is your door locked? We're doing
You're
quadratic
as tall
equations
as
and math.
fuck. It's his little sister
Sorry
or
to
something.
interrupt. I know you're studying right now.
If anyone else touches that notebook you've got hidden in the drawer right now, they'll be able to see me too.
Oh.
He waits till now to mention that important detail?
These were criminals who were probably facing execution sooner or later.
Last time I checked, murder was still murder.
It's still too early to consider these a homicide.
Then how did all these people have heart attacks at the exact same
This guy's getting emotional.
coincidence?
We're treating this as an elaborate murder plot that's been carried out by a large
It will get, like,
organization.
shady.
It's a large organization.
fair.
I'm sure I'm not alone in suspecting the FBI or CIA. If these people have been shot or stabbed, at least we'd have something to go on.
If that's the case, it looks as if he'll have no
That's
choice
why
but to bring
you
in
could do the
Al.
heart attacks as well.
Chief, what's this L they're talking about?
Right. I forgot
Oh,
that it's
wow.
your first time at this conference. We don't know L's real name.
Oh, is El coming in
In
episode
fact, we
2?
still don't even know what he looks like. And he's tackled some of the greatest mysteries this world has ever known. He hides in the shadows.
El
but
works
he's
for the
best of
government.
The best. A last resort. Our trump card.
L is already on the move.
Oh, is this badass? Is this El?
Gentlemen, L has already begun his investigation into these incidents.
What?
Huh? Who's that?
That man's the only known person who can contact L. Nobody knows his true identity either.
L would now like to address the delegates.
Oh, we're getting El. Fuck, I don't think he'd come into like ages.
Greetings to all of you at the ICPO. I am L.
I don't want to think about it, but if I make one mistake, I might end up killing my own family.
What?
Whether the guilty party is an individual or a group, there's a strong possibility that they're Japanese. And even if they're not, we can be sure they're hiding in Japan.
What is all this based on?
I was gonna say.
I think I'll be able to provide you with proof of that after I directly confront the culprit.
How would he know that?
Direct confrontation?
Does that mean you were able to hide the notebook?
I hid it right here in this drawer.
But it doesn't seem to be particularly well hidden. You left the key in the lock.
That's the whole
What?
point. I intentionally left the key in the most noticeable place I could think of. I'm guessing that once most people find the diary inside my desk, that'll probably satisfy their curiosity.
Oh.
But the real key is this. If you look closely, you'll find that there's a small hole underneath the drawer.
Mad.
Then you just insert this.
I mean, fair play.
Even if someone figures out that there's a fake base, I've set things up so that there's no way they could get their hands on the notebook. You see, once the ink reservoir is inserted, it acts as an insulator, preventing the flow of electricity around this circuit.
What?
When the fake base of the drawer is put back, this piece of rubber also prevents the flow of electricity. If someone were to try and force the bottom of the drawer open, the circuit would connect, and that would ignite the gasoline contained in this thin plastic casing, instantly setting the notebook on fire.
Okay, that's
the way
what
I've got
he's
it
doing.
set up, all the evidence would be completely destroyed. Sounds like a pretty believable excuse.
That's clever, dude.
It all comes down to a choice. Would I prefer to be executed or deal
The
with a
music's
little
really
house
cool,
fire?
dude.
Websites like this are popping up everywhere lately.
The Legend of Kira the Savior.
Was this to do with people that he's
Sounds
killed?
pretty cool. Is this about you?
Yeah, I think they've
You're
taken
gonna
the
love
name
that.
Kira from the English word killer. It looks like that's the name they've decided to give me. When I search the word Kira,
Famous
I'm
already.
pulling up tons of sites just like this one. The media
They
hasn't
do
picked
get
up
along
on
with it with this show,
They're
to
still
be fair.
calling this a succession of unexplained deaths among the world's most hardened criminals. Although this would probably never happen in school, let's say that students were asked to discuss whether bad people deserve to die. Well, you can bet that everyone would give the politically correct answer.
Which is?
It's just wrong to kill people.
That's what they're bound to say.
Yeah.
But this is how they really feel. Most are too afraid to
Okay,
support me
so-
as they're worried about what others will think. Many would
But
rather
if they're
deny my
anonymous about
existence.
it.
But on the internet, where you can remain anonymous, support for Kira is growing. Maybe people
makes
are
sense,
afraid to
to
say
be
it
fair.
out loud, while those who have done wrong are on the run. They're forced to hide from an unknown enemy. This is how it should be.
That's kind of cool as well. Like, people
Everything is
won't
going
really
just
stop
like
to
I
do
planned.
anything bad just because of the risk of, you know.
We'd like to apologize for the interruption. I head up an international police task force which includes all member nations. I am Lind L. Taylor, otherwise known as L.
Who is
That's
this
L?
guy?
So this is how it all begins.
I thought it looked way different to
He's
that.
never actually shown his face before, right?
It must mean L's serious about this.
Or they're just using that as
You
like a
follow
ploy.
every single one of your orders. Prove what you said to the ICPO.
Yeah, because why would he put his face on camera
Criminals
if...
around the
I guess he
world
doesn't
are
know
being
about the
murdered by a
Death Note,
serial
but
killer. I
you could just
consider
write
this
down
crime to be
L
the most
in the
atrocious
Death Note.
act of murder in history.
He seems certain he'll catch you.
That fool. He'll never find me. He'll have to get this first. And as long as the police don't find it, there won't be any evidence to convict me. I anticipated that the
I've
police
actually
would
no
get
clue how
involved
they
and
would
that
know it
something
is
like
like,
this might
to be
happen.
fair.
What you're doing right now is evil.
I am justice. I protect the innocent and
It's already
those who
gone
fear
through
evil.
his skin.
I'm the
Oh
one
my
who become
God.
the god of a new world that everyone desires. They are the ones who are truly evil.
Don't.
I guess you're just too stupid, L. Too bad. This could have been a lot more interesting
Oh,
if
he's-
you'd only been a bit smarter.
It's a fake name. It's a fake name. Okay, now he's already starting to kill people who aren't even bad. Oh god, you idiot. This is all of
I'll
that.
show the world what happens when you cross me.
It's don't end there.
5 more seconds.
It's a fake name, dude.
3, 1.
Wait, what? Is that's got to be an act. I don't.
I had to test this just in
Yeah,
case.
I knew it was
I never thought it would actually
a
happen.
play.
It seems you can kill people without having to be there in person.
Wow, that guy just got murdered.
I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't just witnessed it. If you did indeed kill Lind L. Taylor, the man who you just saw die on television, I should tell you that he was an inmate whose execution was scheduled for today.
Oh.
The police arrested him in absolute secrecy, so you wouldn't have heard about him on TV or through the internet.
Okay.
He got you.
He did get it.
But I assure you,
Oh.
L is real.
I did say I thought L was way different to that.
Now, try to kill me.
Do it, Kira!
Someone stop this!
Can't you do it?
Mad. I like L.
Although this was announced as a worldwide broadcast, the truth is, we are only broadcasting in the Kanto region of Japan. I had planned to broadcast this message around the world.
And that's how he knows he's in Japan,
But it
dude.
looks like that won't be necessary. I now know where you are.
Oh my god.
This L guy is pretty good.
He is really good.
Police, furthermore, his crime was only ever reported inside Japan.
I used that information to deduce this much.
You are in Japan.
Certainly lived up to his reputation.
He proved that Kira exists, that the deaths were murders, and that he is here in Japan.
He did that all within like
Naturally,
10
I'm very
minutes.
interested to know how you're able to commit these murders without being present.
He's going to sentence me to death? Sounds interesting. I accept your challenge, L.
Shut man, is that?
Each of them has to hunt down the other without knowing the other's name or face. And the first one whose identity is revealed will die.
That's awesome.
Humans are so much fun.
L. Kira, I will hunt you down wherever you're hiding, and I will eliminate you. I am justice.
Yeah, different forms of justice, but I mean, fair play. Dude, that was sick. That was even better than episode 1. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually... I was just engaged throughout all of that. That was so good. Clever. Just clever writing, which you don't get a lot anymore. It's sad. But no, even just the first bit where Light... Sorry, I was about to say L, but Light was kind of showing the Shirogami how he'd created that little drawer. And with the pen idea, and it's like an underground bit, or under the drawer bit, I guess you could say, like with the pen, but also at the same time showing that if someone did find out that it was under there, if they didn't use the pen, they just forced it open, the Death Note would set light. So he's like thought of, I won't say he's thought of everything, but to say he's only had the Death Note for 2 episodes now, I guess, but pretty much 2 episodes. And he's already thought of this, and he's already got like the government taking note, and like these websites coming up about him, and he's killed, did they say like over 100 people already? It's like he's going off, to be fair. And then they've got this L character on the case, and he's like the first one who seems to be on that level with Light to kind of, you know, we'll see what happens. But I like that the guy they put on TV was just in that little area. So Elle already knows he's in this little town kind of thing. And he narrowed it down to Japan, and that's why he kind of said in that big government meeting thing that he wanted to set up base in Japan because he had a hunch. I guess you could say like he had a hunch he was in Japan, and then that kind of confirmed it all. So I'm saying episode 2, Elle is the winner because he won up the shit out of Light, like straight up. He proved that he exists. He proves that he can kill people without being there in person. And he proved that he's in this area. So, all in with like 5 minutes as well. Just because Light got cocky. And that was the first name, I believe, that Light has written down who he didn't even know was a bad person. He literally put that name down because he was like, he got under his skin. He was like, oh, I'm going to take you down. You're evil. But that guy, I know he was bad at the end of the day. Like they said, I bought him out of prison, but Light didn't know that at the time of writing the name, which I thought was interesting. So it shows that Light can get triggered very easily. It seems, and yeah, I don't know. The characters are really interesting at the moment. So, like, even though Light is a bad person, you kind of see his ideology and stuff a little bit. So, I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting to see where this will go. And to say it's like episode 2 and they've already sold quite a lot here, I'm intrigued to see what happens next. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to honestly give this one a 9 out of 10. I thought it was a fantastic episode. There weren't really any down moments. It was all very interesting. And also got a bit of information that if someone even touches the Death Note, they'll be able to see the Shirogami. So, we'll see what happens, but 9 out of 10 for that one, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what the episode down below in the comments, and all the links that I mentioned at the start will be down below as well if you want to check out any of those. And until next time for episode 3, I'm actually excited for episode 3, guys. So until then, peace.